And we're back. Okay, the old coot here coming back at you with, I guess this would be part two of like the marinating process for the turkey. So bringing you all up to speed, I would highly suggest that you, or encourage you, to watch the videos that I posted yesterday about 24 hours ago to see how I got my turkey to this point. Basically, to recap, I bought a frozen turkey, right? Because this time of the year it's hard to get fresh, but frozen turkey. And then what I did was I put it in the refrigerator for about 4 days, right? 4 days in the fridge to defrost, to thaw out safely, I guess, food safely is the best way to put it. And basically, after those 4 days, I cut open the bag, took the turkey out, and I spatchcocked it. This is roughly about a 15-pound turkey, 14 and a half pounds, something like that, I think is what it was. But anyway, spatchcock basically was I cut out the backbone, and then I call this a half spatch because I didn't exactly break the breastbone to get it completely flat, right? There's a little bit of lift there, which I want to try and experiment. And also, I'm cooking this for friends and family, so I want to see what they think of the pre-Thanksgiving turkey before the actual real Thanksgiving turkey. But anyways, cut out the backbone. What I did was I got myself a nice baking tray or baking sheet, put some paper towels underneath. This happens to be a Volrath and also a Volrath cooling rack. And I find that combination works very well together. So aluminum baking sheet or baking tray, and then a stainless steel cooling rack. And I put some paper towels underneath. The reason why I did this was to get some flavor in there initially, right? And also to pull out that excess packing water. When the turkeys are processed, what they do is they clean out the insides with a hose, right? They wash it out and they leave that water in there and all the crevices and all the cavities and whatever. There can be up to like 3/4 of a pound, if not a pound, of extra packing water that's in there. And I want to remove that. Otherwise, you're going to get a watery turkey and a mealy turkey instead of getting a nice, beautiful, juicy turkey that has flavor and etc. So what I did was I mixed up a mixture of about 60-40, right? 60% kosher salt, 40% pink Himalayan salt. I'm not a fan of regular table salt. You could use that if you want to, if that's all you have. But anyways, that combination of kosher salt, what that does is that pulls that extra packing water out. And if you saw in the videos yesterday, I actually pulled out chunks of ice that were still in there from that packing process. But that's what's going to help to pull that excess water out, that packing water. And the regular salt or the pink Himalayan salt, what that does is that's going to go in and flavor the meat, kind of help to tenderize it to, again, give you that nice juicy meat when you go ahead and cut into it after it's all been cooked. So what you want to do is you want to put that in the fridge for total time in the fridge after you've spatchcocked the turkey is about 48 hours. About every 12 hours, you're going to want to remove the turkey, clean out the tray, clean out the napkins or the paper towels that are down there, sop up that extra packing water and just put it away. So in that first 24 hours after it's been spatchcocked and put in the fridge, the next 24 hours are crucial to flavoring and seasoning. You're just optimizing or moving the flavor a little bit higher, getting a little bit more bang for your buck, so to speak, out of your turkey if you can flavor it, and then let it go another 24 hours in the fridge to kind of, with the seasoning to help kind of do all that. So that's what I just did in the very last video. So in the very last video, the one just before this one, I basically seasoned the turkey. And what I did was I wore, you could wear gloves if you want to, you could use your hands, just, it all depends on your seasoning. You could use liquid smoke, garlic, granulated garlic, garlic powder, onion this, onion that. Whatever you want to put in there. You know, you want to go Latin and go like cilantro and cumin, go for it. You want to go like Asian and go ginger, soy sauce, go for it. You want to do, the Italian way. You could do like some Italian seasonings, right? Marjoram, thyme, oregano, parsley, whatever you want to put in, rosemary, whatever you want to put in there, it's up to you. What I did was I softened some butter. That's the remnants of that, but I softened some butter and then basically just added my own seasonings, which is usually granulated garlic, some lemon zest, some lemon juice for the tanginess. I put a little bit of pepper. What I didn't do was I didn't put any more salt into that mix. And the reason why is because if you continue to put salt between the skin and the actual turkey, guess what? It's just going to be too salty, right? Because you already had salt all over the outside that penetrated deep into the turkey. That's what she said. But you don't want to introduce more salt because then your turkey will come out too salty. Yes, there is such a thing as too salty of a turkey. So it's really important to just kind of watch and monitor your salt levels. You know, you could practice this on a chicken, like, right, or a little like one of those little fryer hens, Cornish hens or whatever. You know, buy yourself like a 1 pound, 2 pound Cornish hen, and just kind of figure out like what the salt ratio is for you. You know, and then keep scaling up. Go to like a 5 pound chicken, right? Then go to maybe like a 10 pound turkey or an 8 pound turkey, and then scale up. So that way, when it's Thanksgiving and you're going to cook your 18 pound turkey or 20 pound turkey, you've already done the steps to get to that point. This is a huge endeavor. That's why I'm posting this video now. What's today? Sunday, November the 3rd, I think, right? 2024. So I'm posting this video now so that it gives you enough time to experiment, and you really do have to experiment what works for you. You know, is a tablespoon of granulated garlic enough? Maybe you need like only a half a tablespoon of granulated garlic for your seasoning. So start with the smaller birds, right? The 1 pound, 2 pound Cornish hens, go up to like a 5 pound chicken, then maybe go to like a 10 pound turkey, and then eventually work your way up to like a 15 pounder, which is what this is. So anyways, video prior to this, literally, which was like about 20 minutes ago or so, what I did was I tried to separate on the breast side. What I tried to do is I tried to separate the skin and the meat like as much I could. Basically got a glob of the softened butter with the seasoning, put it in there, and then just kind of smeared it all around, like within that pocket or that cavity that I created. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes, like on this particular one, there was already a slit here, I think from the packing process, right? Or that might have been me just cutting it when I was cutting out the backbone. But that gave me a chance then to marinate the thigh and also down into the drumsticks. And it's okay. If you get a little bit on the outside, that's totally fine. But most of your marinade, you want to put between the skin of the turkey and the breast. I mean, that's really where most of the flavoring needs to go. Not on the outside of the breast, but under the skin. So basically between the skin and the meat is where you want that to go. So anyways, this is going to go back in the fridge. Since I did breast side up to start, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do breast side down for the next 24 hours, just to give this side a chance to properly do its thing. But also the weight of the turkey pushing down helps to push some of that marinade between the skin and the breast, right? It helps to kind of squeeze it in there. And then eventually when I bake this off tomorrow, so 24 hours from now, I'm going to bake this off. Eventually all of that melted butter, right, is just going to ooze its way into every little crevice. And that's what's going to give you a nice flavorful turkey. It's going to keep it moist. It's going to make it tender. It's going to make it juicy. And also the skin is going to be amazing. I love a good crispy turkey skin, right? The bark, as you will be amazing because the flavoring is between the skin and the meat. So the whole turkey should come out absolutely amazing. So anyways, this is my practice turkey for this year. Hope you all learned something from this. Stay tuned for the next video, which will probably be 24 hours from now, where I bake this sucker off. Really quick, in case you're curious, the baking process for a turkey like this, if it has been spatchcocked, right? You pull out the backbone, you butterflied it open. You got to remember, restaurants have like very little time and they want to cook 2 or 3 turkeys at the same time. So they spatchcock them to basically lessen the profile, the height. If the turkey was all together, the height of this turkey would probably be up to here. And you could probably only fit maybe 1 or 2 turkeys in the oven. This way you can layer them. You could get 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 turkeys in the oven or in a professional industrial oven or whatever, just so they could cook off 4 birds at the same time and have plenty of turkey on hand for their customers. So the way that they do that, these are restaurant secrets that I'm teaching you in this video. The way that they do that is breast side down, 15 minutes, roast setting, 425 degrees. You're going to get a huge waft of flavored essence in the air of all this beautiful turkey kind of cooking. It's sealing in the juices. It's helping to cook this underside of the turkey. How many times have you cut open a turkey and it's like the breast might be okay, but then you cut down and you get to the thigh and it's still like red or pink or kind of undone? Do you disagree? Right? So this way you're cooking the underside first, 15 minutes, 425 degrees, roast setting, and let it do its thing. Then what you do is you pull it out of the oven, change your oven setting to bake. What you're going to do is flip the turkey over. So now you're going to do breast side up for 1 hour at that same 425 degrees. So basically it's 15 minutes, breast side down, roast, 425 degrees. Flip the turkey over, 1 hour, 425 degrees on the bake setting. What's the difference? The roast setting is the bottom burner and the top burner basically bombarding this thing from the top and the bottom. The bake setting only uses the bottom heating element. And basically that's what gives you that nice kind of slow roast, even though you're going to do it in an hour. Where have you ever seen a turkey, a 15-pound turkey cooked in an hour and 15 minutes, right? Do you disagree? Just saying, just saying. So that's how the restaurants do it. That's how I do it. You end up with a more juicier, tender, flavorful turkey, in my opinion. Anyways, try it, or if you have tried it, comment in the comment section down there below. Anyways, I'm the Old Coot, and I'll catch you all on the next exciting video.